you're gonna lose, man. Like you got to be talking it up, communicating, doing stuff.
Yeah, true story.
Like I just see guys thinking, "Oh, we could just do everything with hand signals and not talk," and it just turns into a gaggle. Like,
what happens if somebody has a hand signal that means something different from what you're used to? You know, working with your squad and crew. Next thing you know, you're, you know what I mean? Just messing shit up.
Yeah.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Through the Haze podcast. I was about to say something there. Did you catch that?
yeah,
I was about to say, I'm just so used to always saying it. So, anyways, tonight we are joined by Andrew Mitchell. Most of you, pretty much all of you, know who this gentleman is. He's been making his rounds quite often lately on podcasts, advertising his events. He just got done doing the Storm Raiders one, and they did an after action report from his game under No Flag 3. That was back in May. But tonight we are going to be talking about his event, Big IGLOO number 7, which are two total separate types styles of events. And maybe we can touch on that a little bit, why you do two different styles of events every year. You just have one Big IGLOO and you have under No Flag 3, which started 3 years ago. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andrew Mitchell, and you know my sidekick Patrick over here with that pimped out mustache that he's been rocking since DEA
versus Cartel.
Yes.
I love it. I love the mustache.
Yeah, it's he showed me the one day when he was getting up, he sends a picture and he's got like the old handlebars going down and everything. Right? I was like, you got to do some type of cholo look here. So he went out and did the cholo look. It was pretty epic.
Get some New Balances and some white socks and pull them up to your knees.
Yeah, some Adidas.
Yeah. But it looked like a fun game. Andrew, have you ever attended that event?
I haven't had a chance to make it out there, but I know it's an amazing game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Pat, we'll start with you, or do you want me to start with Andrew? Who's doing what first?
You start with Andrew. I'm just doing a little bit of
Sharon is Karen.
Sharon is Karen here.
All right, Andrew, how you been, buddy? You at the field today? How'd that go?
Good. We had a decent amount of players out at the field today. We're a smaller field when it comes to like local numbers, so we had just under a dozen players come out today. The weather held off. I got a lot of guys that are getting ready to come to Narco, so they're just kind of like getting their kits together and all that stuff. So It was a good day.
Just doing some final adjustments because Narco's in about a month from now, give or take?
Half a month.
A little less?
End of this month.
Oh, I thought, yes, because yours is the 15th of August.
Yeah.
So this is the weekend just before yours then?
2 weekends before, yeah.
2 weekends before. Damn.
Yeah.
So are you all dialed in and ready to go for that event?
For Narco?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just starting to get my kit together. I mean, I'm commanding, so like I'm just starting to do my planning and figuring out who's all on my side. And I was trying to get I have a Mac 11 with a giant suppressor on it. I was trying to get that ready for the weekend and it blew up on me. So,
oh no.
Yeah, I gotta kind of have to like shift around what I'm gonna do. Not that I'm gonna do much shooting, but I gotta walk into town every now and then and assert dominance. So,
okay. So,
I went to the DEA versus Cartel game there, and that guy had an Uzi, and it was amazing. I'm like, that is amazing. Like, he looked
mine blew up on me, so I was like, fuck.
So now, what's your command? Just before we get into it, what's your commander's loadout consist of?
Radios and something light.
So now, when we say radios, are you talking something like we seen at Gun Hunters 3, like Connor had set up?
Oh God, no, nothing like Connor's setup. I would never even attempt to do what he can do because he works his radio magic. Just some big PRC 152s and then some DMR radios, but. Just in case Steve's watching, I can't go into that too much.
Okay, that's fair. All right,
Steve. Oh, the
other commander. Yeah.
It makes sense.
We don't want him giving little tidbits here and there of what he's got going on.
I'm gonna put a bunch of solo cups with strings around the field, and then that's. I need you guys to move.
Just for shits and giggles, to have some fun. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's get into a little bit of what to expect, what's going down. Like, where did Igloo this game come from? What made you get it put together? How long ago? Obviously 7 years ago, but what led up to that?
So Igloo started off 7 years ago, as mentioned, because we're on the seventh one, as a small event that we would host at our field, which we still do. It was made to be a semi-experience for the northern players at like a big game. So it's an 8-hour game. We do 4 hours of play, a 1 hour lunch break, and then 4 hours of play. And it's 2 teams versus each other. So a camo versus civvy, and there's 5 flags on the field. So when we first started the game, the only field that really held big games was PRZ, which for us was like a 6.5, 7 hour drive. So there was a few of us that could do that drive, but not everyone could. So that's where Big Igloo came from, was just to kind of like introduce people to what a big game could be, specifically the Northern Ontario airsoft community. So our first game, we only had 25, 30 people show up. And then year 2, it was 60 to 75. And then it just kept growing and growing. And now it's kind of turned into, welcome to our field. There's airsofters up north. This is the field we have. We have 150 acres of land to play on. We play on roughly about 50 for Igloo. Our field has been around for 30 years or so.
Nice.
And it's come on up, come camp, come have a great day, have fun, and get some pew-pew on. And then as it's developed, we kind of took what Wes was doing with his food bank game and brought in that food donation dynamic. I was able to wrap in some like amazing sponsors, and it's just exploded with people and donations over the last 7 years.
That's awesome. So what made you come up with the name the Big Igloo? It's in the middle of summer too, right? So
So when we first started it, I think we ran it in September. So for the first 3 years, it changed dates until we found that like this August 15th weekend, like mid-August, is like, it's not too hot, it's not rainy, all the mosquitoes and black flies have died. It's just that perfect trifecta of weather and bugs. So we just kind of like stuck with the August date. The Big Igloo, we were just, honestly, we were making fun of like the Boogaloo movement in the States, to be honest. So it was military, the SDF, which is our field's called Select Paintball and Airsoft. So it's the Selectovian Defense Force versus the Boogaloo boys.
Okay. That's where that came from. All right. Pretty interesting. I like that.
And then for a while we thought about doing like the memes of like too big, too igloo, or going with like the Fast and the Furious things, but we ended up not doing that.
Didn't go that route.
Memes I find sell though.
Yeah.
Like memes, Pat came up with this idea a few years ago when we were doing an event in paintball, and he's like, we're gonna start a meme war. And I was like, okay. And he's like, trust me on this. So we came out and we started dropping some of these memes, and it got crazy.
It took off.
It took right off. Everybody and their brother and sister were getting involved, sending me memes. Hey, can you post this, share this one, sending them to Pat. And we had a whole list of them set up to share. And man, some of them, they were just gold. And so many people, when we seen them at the event, they were like, we seen the meme war going on, and we just had to come to the event just to see what happened. Like, this is what brought us to this event. So I was like, Pat, congratulations, bud. Like, you nailed it. Like, you seen it. We went with it, and it worked.
Is that the one?
Like, it was great.
And you smashed the keyboard at that one too.
Yeah. On the stage, because everybody was in the comments talking like we hyped this game right up. It was the final Honey Badger, and everybody was online like keyboard warrior and everything, right? So when I was up on stage giving my speech, I pulled out of my flat pack. I pulled out a keyboard, and I was like, for all you keyboard warriors out there, today's going to be the day. And I just started smashing the keyboard on the stage, and like, buttons were flying, the keys were flying everywhere. It was
That's
hilarious.
awesome.
And then Ryan Bell, he took the keyboard and he wrapped it to the back of his vehicle, to his Jeep Liberty, and was driving around the field with it. Then he got told he had to take it off. But yeah, and that all started. Yeah, and it just all started from the memes, and it was just a great thing. So I would maybe try it again sometime, or just actually go ahead and execute it next time, because I think it's hilarious. But don't just because I'm saying it, right?
we did a meme war at Daybreak. I think it was like 3 years ago. It was one of the first events of the compound. We got in a meme war with the other team. We had like a whole meme. We called it a meme factory of like a bunch of nerds that were together and banging memes out and posting them, and it was a great time. The guys from Inc. were on the other side, and we were just like hard memeing back and forth, and it was hilarious.
Oh, you got to have fun with it, especially it is a game. So the more fun you can have, and the more people feel involved, they're gonna want to go.
And that's what we really push with Igloo. Like, we don't do the meme wars, but we definitely do push the fun. Like, nothing like with the game itself. It's 2 teams, 5 flags. That part hasn't really changed over the last 7 years. That part, we just copy paste it. It works. Everyone has fun with it. But we always try to do something a little bit different every year. The one year we had knife fights during the lunch hour. So guys were given bingo dabbers and white t-shirts, and we had full on like knife fights for like the commanders. We were betting points on the different fights. And it was funny. We had like this huge circle, and everyone's like, fight. And they were just like running at each other, trying to jab each other with bingo dabbers. We've had like gauntlet or gulag style at lunch hour, that kind of stuff. So we always try to make sure that Igloo is just fun for everyone and silly things.
Okay. No, it's good. Like, I've talked about this a lot. Like, small fields need to run games. All fields should run games. It's good because your staff and stuff can get used to it.
Yeah.
So if they ever want to go run their own game somewhere, they can. And B, it's good for the community to get out to these games, because not everyone can drive like 5-6 hours to like these games at some fields. Like, not everyone wants to drive to Commando D-Day for paintball, or drive to the compound for airsoft, or go here, go there. Like, having local ones is super good, and it gives people an opportunity to try and get a taste of it.
Absolutely.
Get that, like, that little drug in their system, be like, oh man, I like this. What else is out there?
Absolutely. And that was the main push, was just the come out, try your kit, see if you can live in your kit for 4, 8, 9 hours. And then, if you can make it in a bigger game,
absolutely,
where you have to travel far to. Excuse me. So that's like really what we pushed for the Igloo series in the beginning.
So basically, more fun, not so serious. Take it easy. And now, how many new players are you bringing in per year with this? Or is this more other players that have been playing for a few years and they're just coming to check it out because it is a fun game?
I'd say it's like 75 to 80% return, and then the 20-25% friends of people or new players that have seen it and that are coming out and checking out the field or trying airsoft for the first time too. We have 5 rental guns, and I generally offer them up for free to anyone that wants to bring a friend to come play this event. You know, whether it's their first time or second time kind of idea. Like we want you to come out and try our big silly event.
That's cool. So you're saying slapsticks earlier. There's 5 slapsticks or 5 flags. Sorry, 5 flags. Now these flags, are you getting points by how many you have captured for a duration of a time, or is it just capture the flag, you get X amount of points?
As a ref, every hour we just walk by and kind of see what's going on, and then like if that flag, if they're like, let's say the SDF owns the one flag, but Boog are like pushing really hard, I'll hang out and just give them like an extra minute or two, see if they can capture it. If they can't, that's on them. Give the point to SDF, move on to the next flag. Once it gets down to like the last 2-3 hours, then we're a little bit more like precise on the time. But I've been commander for the event for like the first 5 years. Last year was the first year I stepped away to just ref because it became too much between the reffing, the commanding, and the organizing, that it was just too much for me. And I was just like, I can't focus on the game if I'm focusing on everything else that I need to do too. So
very fair.
Yeah.
It's a lot on your plate.
Yes.
And like event's pretty rules light, like give us some general rules, like semi-auto, full auto, like just
standard milsim rules. The only thing we don't allow is tags, because we like to have a lot of newer players come out.
That's fair.
And tags can I have fun with them. I love it when they're thrown at me. I especially love when I throw them at people. But as like a person first, second time out, I wouldn't want like 2 or 3 grenades thrown at me. That might deter you from staying in the sport. So
very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a newer player might not necessarily have all the ear pro and everything like that and be fully prepared for that.
Absolutely. So other than that, they're pretty standard rules. Full auto, you need to be an LMG or an MG.
Okay.
We don't have an issue with you running drum mags on normal guns, though. You just can't go full auto. So like on your M4, you want to run a drum mag, go for it. No full auto. We do the buddy system. No, we don't do the buddy system rule. We do limit how many medics you get on your team. So
thank God.
That we don't do. We take that a little bit more seriously, so it's not just a free for all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen that recently, where everybody could be a medic, and you didn't need tourniquets or nothing. It's just touch the guy.
Yeah,
it's cool because the game flows, like you constantly, it's happening, but it gets annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something on that?
Absolutely.
That wasn't supposed to be that way.
No. That was another event.
Oh, you went to another event. I thought I wasn't. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
so I was going to say, because that got a little mixed, shuffled up throughout the day. That's what happened there.
Another event.
Okay.
Another event. And it got a little like out of control where it was abused. And I'm like, I kind of like the limited amount of medics, and I kind of like the limited amount of medicing.
Yeah.
I feel like it adds a little bit more like value to your life.
Yeah.
And to a player's life when you make a push.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's airsoft and I can die a million times.
Yes.
But that 100%. Million times is going to be staggered now because of a medic system in place.
100%. There's the simulation, which everybody talks about. It's a simulation.
Yeah.
But there is a gameplay mechanic that has to balance in there.
Yeah.
Because it is, for all intents and purposes, a game. And if your mechanics don't work, not everyone's going to be into it. Maybe some people are totally into it. They're like, I love this. Mm-hmm. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. If you like that, go for it. But
absolutely.
I like the little bit more value to your life where you don't want to just go, oh, I'll just die right here because buddy, I got 3 buddies behind me. They'll all just respawn me.
Yeah.
We could just form a respawn chain, guys. Just make sure we're arm length apart and we'll just keep respawning each other. Like, no.
So we do the tourniquet or something
nice.
like a tourniquet. And then we have medic armbands that we hand out. And so you know who the medic is on your team and stuff like that. So
love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the medic armband idea. Then, if you can just look, then you're not giving yourself away or anything. You know what I mean? In case these guys have moved on, just look for that armband, call out a medic then instead of just being loud and obnoxious like I can be, because you'll hear me from 2 football fields away. You know what I mean? So like people will be like, yo, dude, you want to shut the fuck up? Like, we don't want to go over there. Don't cause don't shut up, man. Like I know people think that when I'm going crazy and there's something going down over here, like some guy's trying to flank somebody or something, and I'm being loud and obnoxious calling in a medic. So I'll make a note. So I'm going to be going to this event, so I'll be making a note to look for the armbands.
And we actually we went out and we reached out to Intensity and we used their armbands. They made us custom medic armbands, got our logo on it, got their logo on it. They're white, black lettering, and they can go in your kit. They can wrap around your arms. I'm sure you've seen like his armbands before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought the pack with all the different ones. So I have any team color or whatever.
Yeah.
Perfect.
His stuff's amazing. So he hooked us up with them. We use them for our Under No Flag series also. This year I put for Under No Flag, I did individual like War Tooth's team. His logo was on his medic armbands, and Cerberus had their logo.
Nice.
And then I just let the medics keep them at the end of the event too. Like if they wanted to, keep them as a souvenir.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Running medic an entire event is like a thankless job. So,
well, that was one of the things we tried. Like at IGLOO, it's very user friendly, awesome. At Under No Flag, we try to go a little bit more serious if we can. So, like this year for No Flag, they needed to pick their medics at the start of the game, and they were the medics, the only medics they could have for the entire game. So, if their medic had to leave mid-game, they're down a medic now for their entire team.
Pick the people.
So, ladies and gentlemen, pick wisely on who you want your medic to be. So, I usually volunteer to be a medic, but I don't usually leave early, right? Like on these long games, Pat and I, we've made it known that we stay until it gets dark and then we're done. But throughout the day, I think I could do it. But mind you, I've pushed a lot of medics, whether it was in paintball or airsoft, and I've seen some of the shit that I've put them through. So I can imagine how tiring some medic would want to be. And if you think about it, you can't really be taking long breaks either because they need you on the field, right? So you don't want to be sitting back and staging, chilling, doing your thing. You constantly want to be on that field. So,
but see, that's where like a good command level can set up like casualty collection points, and you can move your wounded, dead players to this casualty collection point as long as it's like within a 5 minutes or whatever our bleed out is. And then, so your medic doesn't always have to be at the front. He can get bodies to pull them back to you, right?
Yeah, we made some squad tweaks at one of the events we went to, and that's what we were doing. We were bringing our wounded to the medic, so we didn't have to risk her as much. Yeah, so it was pretty wise. Learning the rules, read the rules, like. You yelled at me at Gun Runners. We got it on video where I messed up. I threw the grenade out of the top of the church. But
Andrew yelled at you.
Yeah, Andrew yelled at me. But I
that was you that was up there?
Oh, yeah. 100%. I'll own it. I've messed up. But that kid like lit that smoke grenade with a lighter, and I'm like, I got to get this thing out of my hand as fast as possible.
Fair enough. Wait, he lit a grenade with a lighter?
Had to.
Smoke
grenade.
Yeah,
that's why. Yes, I remember now.
I pulled the thing. It broke off, and then I tried reaching in to pull the other thing, and he's like, "Here, give me that." And then he lights it, and it starts going. I'm like, "Oh my god!" And
I've 100% done that with cigarettes. Just kind of like,
a scared man.
Yeah.
She's got to go. I didn't even think to throw it out the window. I'm like, I just got to get this out of here.
Yeah. That shit happens, right?
And by then, you guys were all dead. Like,
I think we were walking back when that happened, and we saw you do that, and that's when we yelled up at you.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry, my bad.
And that's when the violence came in.
Yeah. And then let's
go
back to Big Igloo.
Yeah, let's get back to Big Igloo here a little bit. We can squirrel out every now and then, but we're on the topic of rules here. We're talking about the medic rules. What are some other rules? So you said full auto. Can SMG shoot full auto, or are they semi only? I heard you mention LMG.
I think we brought in the under 1 joule for Igloo last year.
Okay.
I think we did. I'd have to go over the rules again. So half quote me that you can, but just also read the rules. Other than that, it's just normal. We didn't want to make anything, like I said, too crazy into the rules, just because it's geared for a lot of it's geared for a lot of introductory players. So it's still a great game for everyone, but we want you to bring your friends and your family, bring your girlfriend.
100%. Like like you said, it follows with the tag-ins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We want people to be coming back next year.
Yeah.
Tell a friend kind of thing, right? Like Yeah. So what are some other rules? Anything different from any of the big games that we attend?
Not really. No, we don't have vehicles at our game. When you get tourniqueted and then you get shot again, you just head back to CP and you respawn there. I guess the biggest rule we have is don't be a dick and have fun.
I'm going to scroll out and go on a tangent. I like that they have like variety of what things do. I like the sub 1 joule SMG platforms because it allows it's just more variety of what's going on during the game. Like now your SMG build has a purpose. Oh, I get to full auto anywhere on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just adds more to the game. DMRs adds more to the game. Snipers add more to the game. Like it just makes more stuff going on. And then you can kind of tailor your little squad to suit what you're doing. Oh, we're going to this field. It's really open. Well, maybe we should take a sniper and a DMR and 2 LMGs and this and that. Oh, we're playing a field that's more CQB orientated. Let's load up on LMGs and SMGs so we can do stuff. Is there a cap on how many SMGs you can have per your squad? Obviously, don't be,
it's not a squad based game. It's an open game. So
fair.
If one team wanted to roll in with everyone running LMGs, they could.
It's a Tijuana party. Let's go.
Yeah.
So obviously we're talking about having fun and like you said, you get
don't
some
be
people,
a dick.
and don't be a dick comes in there.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come to picking your commanders, obviously you want commanders that are gonna hand out these little side missions or whatever you got that's going on. That's for fun, like you said, maybe placing whatever out in the field with whatever shenanigans you have going on. How do you pick your commanders? Are you picking somebody that just likes to have fun? Are you picking somebody that's more kind of let's keep it like this and let's go with it? Or how are you doing this?
So we're on year 7. So for the first year we had we weren't really sure who to do for command, so we just kind of were like, Wayne used to be in the military, he should be the military commander. And then I did the civilian side because of tiki shirts. And then I stayed commander for 5 years. And then after Wayne, we had our good friend Nate be the military commander. He knew how to keep players out on the field, make sure they were having fun. And then he moved away. So then Ashley, my partner and owner of the field, we were like, we should just pit us against each other. So she commanded the military team and I commanded the civilian team. And we have fun with it all day long. And people think they're fighting for us against each other in our relationship kind of idea. Like,
you're gonna take out the trash and like it.
yeah,
Send in more men.
exactly. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I have been lucky enough that in the 5 years that I commanded, I won every year. That was fantastic. I handed the reins over to somebody else last year, and actually was able to crush them real hard last year.
Good for her.
And then I have WCO, which is our production company.
Yep.
That we host the events. So it's me, Paul, and Keegan. Paul had made a comment last year about how he wanted to like try commanding at least once, and then when we needed to switch our commander for this year, me and Keegan just looked at each other and we're like, "Ha, Paul, you're commanding." He's like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "Voluntold. You said you wanted to command. You're commanding." So we kind of shoved him in the role. But we know that he's going to be out there having fun. He's going to be pushing his guys and trying to win the game and just having a good time with it too. Because you're herding cats, and like it's basically what commanding is. You're herding cats.
100%.
But you want to make sure that the cats don't go feral, so you need to like throw treats out and make sure they're having fun. That laser pointer.
So if we go back in time a little bit, obviously, like let's go back to last year. What are some of the fun things that you've seen happen out on the field, and you're just like, this is what it's about right here, is just seeing this,
seeing the smiles on the faces. We barely hear the "hey, call your hit." Like, you're not calling your hit. It was just seeing the "hey, nice shot, that was wicked," like fist pumps, after engagements. Players just being happy and having fun all day.
Good sportsmanship.
Super important. Super important. The vibe at a field is super important. I've played at lots of different fields for lots of different things, and like a mediocre field can have an amazing vibe, and it just turns that mediocre field into an amazing field. You're just like, the vibe is so good here. I just want to play here all the time. Just because,
that's one of the nice things with our field is that like Ashley's never done the field for the dollar value. It's always been hobby first, business second. And that doesn't work for everyone. And we're lucky enough to have the spot that we have. But it's when a player's like, "Hey, I think a bunker would look really great over there." I'm like, "Here's hammer, here's some nails, wood's over there. Go have fun." Like, what do you need? Like, do you need a drill? Do you need a chainsaw? What can we do? So like our field's always had that vibe of everyone's just happy, and we're here for the love of the sport. And it's not about it is about who wins, but it's about how much fun we're having at the same time.
Because that's when everybody wins.
Yeah.
As long as everyone's having fun, that's when everybody wins. And that's the good part about it. But I do like to see the competition side of it too. I do like to see a commander, whether male or female, and they're just like, let's push this. Just being better for themselves as a commander, right? Because it makes them want to one up themselves every time they command. And I like to see that. Listen, although we are having fun and this is just a game, but it is a sport. So we do have to have some type of competition, right?
Absolutely.
Friendly competition and like hyping it up, having fun with it. Now, I don't know if you hype this game up as much as you do with your under no flag, or if you just keep it kind of the same. How does that work?
So normally I do. This year's been life has been incredibly busy after no flag. Work has just been work this year. So I haven't had the opportunity to promote it as much as I normally do. So yeah. Normally I would have a lot more stuff out. And on a more constant thing, like promoting it and tickets, and we keep our ticket prices really cheap too. Like it's only a $40 event.
That's extremely
nice.
reasonable.
Yeah.
And for 8 hours, like that's a solid day of playing. What time do we start? 10 a.m.
It starts at 11.
Starts at 11. Like that's a solid day of playing.
Yeah, and then there's an hour lunch break, and then 4 more hours of playing. So, and this year, I'll be feeding everyone at lunch. It'll be free glizzies for everyone.
Free glizzies. I don't hear too many people say that, right? So when I heard that right there, I was like, okay, free glizzies for everybody.
Yeah. So normally,
watch
because
the one podcast that call them glizzies, there's another podcast out there that's always on TV. On YouTube, and Buddy's always talking about eating glizzies.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's the Joe and Jada podcast.
Okay.
And Fat Joe's always on there and he's talking about eating glizzies, but it just sounds funny the way he says it, like eating a glizzy. You know what I mean? And he's like, I don't care. I'll put extra mustard and mayo on that shit. And it's just the way he says like glizzies, right? So they've made 1,000 memes out of it. And I've never heard anyone else call hot dogs glizzies. Maybe it's just because where I'm located, you know, like, I don't know. I just haven't heard anyone say that besides you. And
we are like, we love our glizzies, the Millie Boys. That's our Milsim team. We're like, glizzies are our thing.
Glizzies.
We actually bought a hot dog roller for our technical.
Really?
So it wasn't up and operational like Gun Runner. It was in there, but Keegan didn't have it set up yet. But when you guys like ran up beside our technical in that video with your guy shooting with the dead rag on, there was a glizzy roller in that vehicle.
Poor Tonka.
No shit.
Yeah.
So you guys really love your glizzies. So this is like are
you know
like
what?
us and the White Monsters?
Anything?
You know what? If I could get free White Monsters or if I could get free Red Bulls, I would do those. But hot dogs are cheap. And everyone, they won't. I've reached out to both of them. Neither of them will. And hot dogs are cheap. Everyone loves hot dogs.
Fair.
I get them through my food supplier, so I'll either get them for free from my food supplier or it's not going to cost much to bring in. And you know what? At lunch, having everyone line up and giving everyone a free hot dog. And so like I usually do like 1 free hot dog per person. If you want another hot dog, it's $1, but that money is going to go to the food bank kind of idea. So, and then people pay for it. So like I didn't do it last year and I did it the year before. You know, I had guys come up and drop in like, hey, let me pay for like the next 20 people's hot dogs kind of idea. Like,
really?
And I think we ended up like $300 to give to the food bank that year too. So
that's amazing. I've noticed in the airsoft community, there is a lot of donations that go on.
Yeah.
And when I play paintball, I've seen it a few times, but not much. Donna at Wasaga.
Yeah.
Or Wasaga, however you want to pronounce it. She has a charity event every April, Feed the Needy.
Yeah.
And that was really one of the only places I ever heard of it, except for the odd paintball event here and there. But since I converted over and we started playing airsoft, I've noticed like all the time, like everyone's donating. What's this circle?
He would say that.
Every time I hear you guys say glizzy, I'm just gonna break out laughing now because like, oh man, that's just hilarious having the glizzies. Put some cheese on your glizzies.
I definitely think the food bank thing in airsoft is super important because there are the Karens out there and the Kevins who like look down on it because it looks like a real firearm.
Yeah.
But it's pretty hard to say something bad about it. Something when they're like, look, they just raised all this food and everything for the food bank. Like clearly 100%. They're not, they
right?
care about their community.
So that was like, so we got the idea from Wes at WI Productions, who runs his events out of Wasaga. Okay. His food bank game has been, it's an amazing time. Like if you get a chance to go to it, go to it. So we saw what he was doing and we're like, that's awesome. Let's incorporate that into our games. And I just started reaching out to all the sponsors we have and just anyone in the airsoft community or even in like the real steel community. I take a shot. I'm like, you know what? A message can't hurt. Worst they're going to say is no. And 9 times out of 10, they say yes. So our biggest sponsor for the last 4 years has been Cleared Hot. They're an Instagram. Yeah. So they're huge.
Stuff.
They're awesome dudes. They do a lot of stuff for charity. I reached out to them because they used to sponsor events at Siege. So after Siege closed, I was like, hey, how would you guys feel about sponsoring our silly event in Northern Ontario? Our numbers are like, at the time we were like 100. And they're like, yeah, we're down. The only thing we're going to ask is that you make sure that a food bank aspect is added to it. And we're like, you know what? We were just thinking that. That's amazing. That year, they sent me over $5,000 in prizes from flags, patches.
They make some nice stuff.
Yeah. So like they're fantastic dudes. They've started coming out to our games. So like the last 2 Big Igloos, they've been there to play. And then the last 2 No Flags, they've also played at too. We've just become friends with them over the last couple of years. And then 2 years ago, Op4 Night Solutions hooked us up with a night vision device to give away for free and for Big Igloo. And the amount of donations we got that year, I think it was 1,400 pounds, or it was just over a metric ton of food donations that we got. It was wild. Like we filled up a trailer, we brought it down to the North Bay Food Bank, and they were just blown away. Like we weren't the biggest donation they've ever received because there's, some big high schools in town and stuff like that. Right. But like they weren't expecting it. And I mean, neither were we, but like just having those sponsors to give us amazing prizes has really helped generate more donations. And then, like you said, the Karens and Kevins that are out there, if something like C21 ever comes around again, like it's not just going to be us standing up for ourselves. We're now going to have like community leaders, food banks being like, hey, this group of dudes, as silly as their sport is to us, they've donated like 5,000 pounds of food to us in like the last 5 years. Like it's going to affect us if you get rid of this sport of theirs.
That's right.
So, and that's kind of like the push that we've done with it. And I love seeing that other games are starting to do it now too. Like Gun Runners had it. I don't know if Narco's doing it this year, but I think they did it last year. I think the compound just always has like a Minden food donation bin. So it's important to us just because it gives us that look that we're not just dudes in camouflage and guns that look real, right?
100%. And then when you have these local food banks that you're dropping this off to, the word of mouth comes out. You know what I mean? It's like, where'd you get, like, oh, we did good this week or this month because of this airsoft team. This what? And then next thing you know, they're talking about it and they're like, oh, really? I didn't understand it was like this. And then next thing you know, more's coming in from you just because now they see you're getting this from there. They're like, oh, well, maybe we can kick up something for the next event to help.
Absolutely.
The more people that's going to show up to your event, it's going to equal more donations. It's going to equal more back to the community outside of the airsoft community, right?
Absolutely.
And as a byproduct, it's far easier. Hey, Mom, I'm going to this airsoft event. I need some canned goods to give to the food bank. She's like, oh, this thing you're going to is giving stuff to food banks? That can't be that bad.
Right?
Because that's the gatekeeper, the ultimate gatekeeper for new players is Mom.
Yeah.
Like, 100%.
And when Mom hears they're giving stuff to the food bank and all this sort of stuff, she's going to be more apt to let her kid play because they hear all the good stuff they're doing.
Absolutely. One of the things we changed up this year for No Flag is we did food drive and sock donations. So I took in socks for a company charity organization called Socks for Souls. And what they do is they go around and like the shit weather and they give unhoused people and like fresh new pairs of socks. I really didn't know how many pairs I was gonna get, but by the end, by the end of the donation time, when we were just about to start the game, we counted them up, and I had like 1,400 pairs of socks or something like that, or 1,100, and I was just like, whoa. Wow.
Well, this shows you when somebody appreciates what you're doing, how much people will come forth doing other things for you, right?
Yeah.
They want to see it grow. They want to contribute, whether it's a pack of socks or a can of beans. You know what I mean? They feel like they're doing their part, and which is also putting it makes them like feel like they did a good deed of the day. Like, you know what I mean? We helped out with this. I'm going to show up to the game. I'm already starting on a positive note. Nothing's going to ruin my day. We're going to have a good day. We're going to stop at lunch. We're going to have a glizzy or two. And then we're going to go back out on the field and continue to have fun, right? Then they're going to go home and they're going to hear you give an appreciation, a thank you post. And then that's just like, you know what? There's the icing on the cake. That just, because everybody likes, when you make a post, you do it to reach somebody, you know what I mean? Like, you're doing it for yourself because you're looking for some type of feedback or whatever, where you're giving that thank you post, and then somebody's like, listen, I was a part of that. Whether it's a game like this, whether it's a race car race that you're going to and something like this is going on, it just feels good when people put out back saying thank you for what everyone did. And it's really nothing. Like, you're driving to your events, swing by a Walmart, go buy a club pack of socks, done deal.
And you know what? Like, at the end of the day, like, you go and you spend, like, let's say, like, you stop at a Dollar Tree. So I think at Gun Runner, I didn't have time to go out and get food, but we stopped at Dollar Tree in Huntsville, and I think I spent like $25, and I got 2 boxes of ramen, like the master cases of ramen, and a grocery bag full of pasta, and it cost me $25. That's, you know, that got me 2 extra tickets into the prize draw, and we actually won something. So like, you going and spending $25, $30, whatever you want to spend, is going to get you more of an opportunity to win some of the cool shit that we're going to give away. Like, you know, one of our, like when we gave away the night vision, the guy that won it, I think he bought like $100 in donations, and his $100 in donation, that's basically how much he paid for night vision.
That's cool.
Price to pay.
Yeah.
I like hearing stuff like this. It's just people coming together to make shit happen.
Yeah.
Building the community, giving back to the community. You even stopped in the same community and bought at the Dollar Tree and put back into their community, which is going right back to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So what are some of the giveaways that you have this year, or have you found out yet from your sponsors?
I actually haven't got around to getting them yet. So I don't have any sneak peeks.
Okay.
I know, like, so Cleared Hot will throw me something nice. Theo over at Black Blitz, he's always amazing when it comes to donating prizes. That's actually I'm going camping Wednesday, so before I go camping Wednesday, I got to hit up all my sponsors and be like, hey, it's that time of the year. Can I have some free stuff?
Yeah. And they have no problems working with you, right?
No, and what I like for the newer sponsors, when they don't know kind of like what to give us, I'm just like, you know what? Honestly, man, like, what's been sitting on your wall? Like, has that like gun been sitting on your wall for like 3 years? You need to write it off. Give it to me. I'll give it away. Like, somebody's going to win it and they're going to be happy with it. Like, we had this AUG I got 2 years ago. We gave it away 2 different times, and the person that's won it's been like super joyful, but they've also just had no use for it. So it's just ended up back in my possession. So Andrew Riztik, my clone, he won it at Under No Flag. So I'm expecting that it's going to be a prize at Igloo this year.
That's cool though. Like, if you're not going to use it and you win it, I would be the same way. Like, if I won something and I wasn't going to use it, I'd be like, you know what? Here it is. Let's do another draw, pick another number, and like, let's see who wins it. Or maybe I would take it home and sit on it until the next event that I went to. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to use this. I'm going to donate it to these guys at this event. Let's tell them it's from Through the Haze podcast. And there we
Absolutely.
go. You know?
Even like if I, like when we always used to have, not always. So every year we have a gun that we try to give away to like a new player. And like with our 5 rentals or people that bring their friends up that have never played before, we kind of keep an eye on them, and we give them a gun. Like, hey, thanks for coming out and playing. We want to see you out here more often. Here's a gun. And that's like sometimes what we'll do with if I was going to win, like say I won an M4 at Gun Runner, I would just hold on to it, and I'd find someone who's come up to our field their first time playing, second time, third time, whatever, has been renting, borrowing, doesn't have a gun yet, and be like, you know what? Here you go. Welcome to the sport. Go have fun. Now you can spend that money that you had been saving up for a new gun
at my field
on better iPro or, you know, maybe some attachments or whatever, right? Like that money can go to something else.
100%. Speaking of iPro and kind of back to the rules, do you have to have full steel at your field or no?
Yes. Yeah. We do the full seal, but we're not like you guys are adults. Like you want to wear like shooting glasses, you sign a waiver. That's on you. Anyone under the age of 16, full face mask, that we do. So, but it's kind of like you're adults at the end of the day. I'm not going to chase people around because they want to wear like shit iPro. Like I'm not going to chase them. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah, 100% I do.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I could put the gaskets and everything in mine. I've got those S glasses. You can do whatever you have to do. I've got goggles too. If I'm playing at a field that's super like CQB, I'm wearing goggles.
Yeah. The biggest thing I ask for shooting glasses is that you have the wraps so that they don't fall off your face.
Makes sense.
So like, because I have glasses, I have prescription shooting glasses, and I have the gator clips that hang around the back of my, like the grandma things. So if I like fall over, my glasses aren't going to yeet across the field, and they're going to stay on my face.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I've wore glasses for like forever. I only got laser eye surgery like over the winter, and it was like the best thing ever.
Nice.
I got sick of it, dude. I've tried everything. And then like shit fogs and this and that. And it's just a pain.
Honestly, my prescription shooting glasses have been the absolute best. I've had like over the last 5 years, I've had them for 5 years. I can count on one hand how many times they've fogged up on me. They're fantastic. And I can see.
Now, do you wear a lot of headgear?
No, this is what, like, my shooting glasses, and this is what I wear. The beard has little hands that come out and catch BBs before they get to my mouth.
That's why I'm growing a beard. But what else about rules? I guess you said there's not a whole lot of difference in the rules compared to other games, right?
No. Like, it's like if you're gonna go to a field and your basic pub rules is with a little bit more infrastructure behind the game, like the medic rule and the flags and that kind of idea. So we
just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
If you have to think about can I do this? Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. That's the safest way. Like if you're standing in a church or something in a 2-story building and you have a smoke grenade and you think to yourself, should I be throwing this? Just run down the stairs and toss it out the door or something real quick. Right?
Actually, smoke rule, no red or orange or black. We're right next to an airport, like actually right next to an airport. So
no black?
No black, no red or orange.
Okay. Now, speaking of being up north and everything, how's everything up your way with forest fires?
The closest one to us, and I think it's out now, was 106 kilometers away. The way the winds shift, we actually haven't. We can smell it, and there's been a little bit of smoke in the air, but it hasn't been bad up there. Like, our sky isn't orange or yellow. We don't have that Mexico filter up here yet.
I've had
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had that yet. We haven't had any concerns anywhere close to our field. Fingers crossed. So
that's good. Now I'll be coming up and I'll be camping, spending a couple of nights there, the Friday night and Saturday night afterwards.
Yep.
What should I be bringing? Like, should I bring like a little portable fucking fire pit?
So we have one main fire pit that everyone uses. We all hang out around it. Other than that, just bring up your tent and sleep system. And
all right.
If you have anything important that you're worried about, like if you like coolers and stuff like that, we have a sea container that our stores out of. So Nipissing Airsoft's our pro shop. Right. I run that with Keegan. So we can throw your cooler in a sea container if you're worried about animals. We do have like the occasional raccoon, deer, owl that's made its way to igloo on the field at nighttime, but nothing major. Had a moose walk on the field. I sometimes have deer in the middle of games.
Really?
Yeah.
We up north, baby. We up north.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild though. Like, you've had a moose.
Yeah. So I can't remember how many years ago. It was our first Grease Cup that we ever ran, which was a speed soft tournament. We tried to get going off for Northern Ontario. I had the boys from SAS come up and they won the event, but their first time up in North Bay, they're in the middle of a game and a moose walked down our main road right up to the CQB field. And like, oh my God, a moose. And they go running over to go eat. I'm like, no, stop, guys.
No,
get away from the moose.
Yeah. Buddy Kendall, he would run up to that. He would be like, yo, I'm gonna go moose riding. Like,
yeah.
Kendall, if you're watching this, you would be doing something ballsy like that. Like, he's one of our native buddies from out in Saskatchewan. And he's nice. When we go to Commando for D-Day, have you ever been to Commando?
I haven't, no.
So they got this big pond, and it's got a few giant snapping turtles.
And an otter now.
Oh, nice. Okay. I had no idea.
That's
and
awesome.
Marie is strict. She's like, I don't want nobody in that, in case shit happens.
Yeah.
Kendall gets a couple beer in him, and he's across it. He's swimming across it. I've seen him get yelled at a few times. So, ladies and gentlemen, do not attempt to go and see and pet a moose or hear anything. But that's really cool that you have the wildlife cutting through like that.
Yeah, 2 years ago, last year, I think it was, we were team building and we had a camp out night at the field. So went up to the field, walked about 2 kilometers out into the bush, found a nice area, set up camp, ran some drills, and then, sat around the fire all night. We had a fucking a wolf pack walk by us in the middle of the night. It was we heard them howling, and the howling kept getting closer, and then more howling, and it was a little bit closer and closer. And then one of our guys threw up a thermal and just kind of was like scanning the area, and a wolf's head popped up in his thermal and started staring at us, and then fucked off and kept on with his journey. We're like, well, that was pretty cool.
That is the only that would get you going. Hear them getting closer and closer and closer. Then you spot them through the thermal.
Yeah.
With the tree. What's that? Yeah. What's that movie? Lone Survivor, where he's like, you're about to get contact, and then you see Buddy's head peek out beside the tree.
Yeah.
Wahlberg down, stuff like that. The only cool thing I've ever heard about, sorry, real quick, was up in Petawawa, a guy we know on his field, they had some military guys flying over in helicopters.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Yeah, he said they were jumping out or something, Pat, wasn't it? They were parachuting or something like that. And then they walked through his field, and as they're walking through his field, they're like wrapping up their parachutes. A couple black trucks pull up, they get in, pull away. So that's pretty cool. That's the only other cool thing I've heard besides a moose coming onto your field.
There's actually a really cool thing you can do with the Canadian Air Force is there's a request for flyby It's just a government form that you can fill out. I fill it out every year for both of our events. You can request C10, whatever our fighters are. There's like 4 different options to have flyovers of a certain area. And every year I fill it out. I send the paperwork in. Hasn't happened yet, but I continue to fill out the paperwork because that would be pretty cool. One of the cool things, North Bay actually has a fighter jet training school.
Oh, nice.
And I have a friend that works there. And I'm not promising it's going to happen, but there is potential that some fighter jets might make some low flyovers this year for Igloo. It's going to depend a lot on their schedule and training or not training on that certain day, but I'm working on it. It'd be pretty cool just to have a couple fighters, just low flyovers.
What was it? It was a long time ago. They have an air show in Gatineau, close to where I live, and the paintball field I used to play at, we were playing while the air show was going on, and we heard like an old Lancaster flying over, and it's so loud. That's when me and my buddy made our move to go into a building and stuff. We used the noise to cover up our movement. It was pretty cool. It adds like a certain level of ambiance to it all. It's pretty neat.
We actually have, because the airport's like right there, arrivals fly over our field. So like some days like today, I think we had like 9-10 different planes fly over our field to land at the airport, and everyone stops and looks up. Like the helicopter. Hell yeah.
So, helicopter, everybody's gonna look up. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. When you see the heli coming in, you got to look up. I remember PRZ being like that.
Yeah.
We'd be out there sometimes playing, and we would have little Cessnas and that cruising, flying by. We checked it out. It just, I don't know. And then when you're playing in the game, you know what I mean? Like I heard like one guy, he was like, if I get hit and there's a plane going by, he's like, I'm laying on the ground and we're going to have the plane go. Sure as shit, he gets hit and he lays on the ground because the plane was going by. So he said what he was going to do, and he edited it into his video, and he made it look like he was blinking. And as he's blinking, like the plane's flying over, and then
that's
he had
awesome.
a medic coming to him. Like he had like what he wanted to do, he executed it perfect. Like it was just meant to be for that.
That's
for that
awesome.
time. Pat, you know who I'm talking about. He lives up your way. But it was just cool content, and just to see stuff like that unfold, like how you were saying, everyone wants that, especially if you're a content creator, to put something like that in your video, right? Like
exactly.
It's pretty cool. Are we missing anything? Like, is there anything you guys want to chit chat about still?
I mean, our field select, for those that haven't been there, it's a pretty bushy field.
I was gonna ask the layout.
Yeah, it's not crazy hilly. So there's a lot of flat areas, but it's a lot of like good bush play in there. But it was predominantly built up like a paintball field.
Okay.
So we have 6 different fields that play together as one, but you could have like a really good battle in what we call the doors field as you're trying to get into another part of the field kind of idea. So it all works really well together, but we have 5-6 smaller fields that become one mega field.
Cool. What about Poison Ivy, or Pat? What did you get into?
Wild Parsnip?
Yeah. Wild Parsnip. Anything like that?
We haven't seen it yet.
No? Okay, cool.
No.
You shouldn't be up there. I don't know. It's usually in like swampy type areas.
Yeah. Yeah. We haven't I haven't seen Poison Ivy. Haven't had anyone complain about Poison Ivy. Just thick bush in some areas. Our snipers love it up there.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. See, Pat, so if you do make it, you don't have to worry about the wild parsnip.
No wild parsnip. No.
Oh, yeah. Pat fell victim to that. We were talking, ladies and gentlemen, backstage, and Pat showed us his arms, and he got it bad.
Yeah, you
were like, I only got it in a couple of spots. You were like, so I was like,
get it that bad.
Nothing major. And then when you showed me that tonight, I was like, bro, you got hit bad. Like,
not compared to some of the pictures I've seen on the internet. So I'm like, I'm not bad. I've got a knock on wood here. Not that bad.
A couple of our guys at PRZ got the Poison Ivy really bad because we're silly and we like to wear shorts at games.
He mentioned that last time when he was on the podcast, out back by the gym there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh man, but
Yeah.
you don't think about it, right? You're just
No.
you're in the game. You're
That's how it happened to me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're so hyper focused. Next thing you know, you're like Pat. You're diving into into a big old patch of it, not even realizing. So Pat, this is my squirrel moment for the episode. But like when you jumped in it, like what were you thinking?
I don't want to get shot. That was
So you had an idea that it was there, or were you just not even paying attention, jumped in, then you're like, at this
I
moment,
was 100% hyper focused on what I was doing, and I was just like, I gotta get out of here so I don't get shot. So I just went to the ground, and then I looked over, and I'm like, oh, my arm's in it. So I just took my hits and walked off the field and washed my arms off with water as best I could, and then like a day or two later, I'm just like, I think I know what this is.
not good. Not good, buddy. Not good at all. Okay, so should we? You're serving lunch. Should we be packing anything for ourselves? Like anything else? Like, do we need
water? Obviously, bring water.
Lots of water.
Snacks on the field, and then your food for Friday night and Saturday night.
Okay. So
and then whatever you need for the morning.
So now when we're on the field Saturday, or within those two little 4-hour stretches there, are we coming off on the field loading up mags? Should we be bringing stuff on the field to base? Like, is it
both of our CPs, right? Are I should have given you a map to post up, but both of our CPs are really close to staging. Okay. So like one CP would be here, and then staging's here, and then our other CP would be right here. So, and there's like a little area in front that's netted off that they can fight in, but you can do all your mag and loading and whatnot in CPs. So the CPs aren't attackable. They're just staging points. So,
okay. So bring your stuff on the field. Be prepared to stay there for the duration of 4 hours. And
for those that have been before, we block off our parking lot and turn it into a giant staging area. And then there's a nice road just outside the field that everyone parks on. I usually have a couple WCO volunteers who are out there to make sure that parking doesn't get out of control and everyone's like lined up nicely and we're not blocking anything on the road and stuff like that. So if you have like a little, depending on when you arrive, if you're on the far end of the parking, having like a little rolly cart to bring your gear in, probably a good idea. A lot of guys, when they get that far out, also just stage in their car. We're really far, not really far out, but like where we are, there's nobody that comes up that way on the weekend anyways. So I've had dudes stage at their car and just walk up to the field and no issues whatsoever. So,
okay.
Nice.
But you're going to be camping, so we put all our campers along the one wall or in our CQB field, which is right there in the staging area.
Right.
So,
all right,
perfect.
So, is there any recommendations for any donations for anyone that's attending this event? Like, is there anything specific like you would like to see donated that we can like?
So normally at about the 2-week out mark, I reach out to the North Bay Food Bank and see what they're short on, and then I blast that out to everybody.
All right.
So like sometimes it's feminine products that they're short on, sometimes it's toothpaste, sometimes it's canned foods or tomato soup or whatever it may be. So I'll throw that out there to the public 2 weeks before the event.
Okay. I guess hygiene products would be a good thing too.
It's always a good thing. People always forget about the hygiene products.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always appreciative. Pancake mix, that's a big one that they like.
Who doesn't like pancakes?
It goes a long way.
It goes a long way and it can sit on a shelf for a long time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So pancake mix, some socks, some hygiene.
No socks this year, not socks this time around. We're just keeping it food for
food
for Igloo. Yeah.
Okay. So the stock thing is just when you do under no flag.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to change it up just a little bit. So, but our food bank, strictly food bank for Igloo has worked out very well. So I'm not going to change that up. Maybe next year I'll look at something a little bit different. But but also that's why I like the glizzies at lunchtime. So.
Okay, so one last question from me, and then we'll wrap this up. I'll get Pat to take us out, or give you do if you want to do any shout outs or anything like that, and then I'll have Pat take us out. But for anyone, as you can see on my wall, it's naked behind me. My guns are in; they're getting tacked right now. So, are you selling anything? Having anything on hand if anybody needs anything when they get up there? I'm like BBs, any iPro. Do you sell anything up there that someone might need?
Just consumables. So we'll have BBs, green gas, just those kind of necessities. I think I have a couple pair of goggles in store right now. We don't hold on to too much in the store, just because we have a very small community up that way. But yeah, just BBs and green gas is what we'll have in store. So
the stuff to keep you in the game, not to bring you into the game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully I have my guns back by then. If not, I'm going to have to take you up on that kind offer you gave me.
I mean, I've got like 7 guns and I'm not going to be using them. So
there you go.
Well, I guess 6 guns since my Mac 11 blew up on me today.
Bam. Is it fixable?
That's going to be up to Black Blitz to decide.
Oh no,
because it's going to go in a box and go to them.
Okay. All right. So I guess we'll get ready to wrap this up. If there's any shout outs or anything that we forgot, now's your time, my man.
Biggest thanks is to all the volunteers and all my team guys that have helped make these events what they are today. Like I may be a pretty face, but there's a lot of people behind me who do a lot of work that just don't want their face to be out there. So shout out to them, Paul, Keegan, and the rest of the WCO mob that help us do the events that we do. And then obviously to our sponsors, they know who they are. I'm not going to go through that giant list. You can check it out on the WCO mob website. And then that's where you can get your Big Igloo ticket too. WCOmob.com.
Okay. All righty. Mr. McGoey.
Oh, just want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching the show. We appreciate you guys. We always appreciate you guys saying hi to us at the field. We love it. We will see you through the haze, and we'll catch you around.
All righty. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you through the haze.